This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Murder and a Midnight Swim by Jimmy Ray Connor. Prologue. Maricopa County Courthouse, Phoenix, Arizona. A canary yellow sun beat down on the crowd of reporters waiting near the curb for a first glimpse of the police van, bringing former celebrity race car driver J.T. Iverson to the Maricopa County Courthouse to begin his capital murder trial for killing his new bride, Madeline Rushton. The trial was anticipated to require a week of emotionally charged testimony, expert opinion, motions, arguments, and counter-arguments. Among seasoned journalists, there was disagreement over whether a crime had actually been committed and, if so, whether J.T. had done it. The older and more cynical members of the media claimed he was a wily, over-the-hill opportunist who wooed the wealthy 60-year-old Madeline Rushton relentlessly for 3 months before proposing to her in a deliberate plot to gain access to her vast fortune. 7 months into their well-publicized marriage, Madeline disappeared from a secluded Arizona campsite at Theodore Roosevelt Reservoir. J.T. himself had called the police the morning she disappeared. He claimed he had awakened early and immediately realized she was missing from their camp. The runabout boat they were using was also gone. When Madeline failed to return to the campsite by midday, he feared the worst. She must have left or been taken sometime during the night, he told police. The younger reporters, more closely aligned in age and temperament to the 40-year-old Iverson, and perhaps in awe of his legendary racing achievements, saw the whole episode as an unfortunate accident. At best, it was a modern romantic tragedy, certainly not worthy of the national and even international attention it was getting in the tabloids. According to feedback from their editors, the public was also divided about whether a crime had been committed. Either way, whether due to a tragic accident or a result of foul play, a full year had passed since the incident, and Madeline Iverson's body was never recovered. The energetic crowd grew louder as the scheduled trial time approached. There were signs in the group reflecting the division of public opinion about the merits of the case against Iverson. "Sham prosecution. J.T. is not a killer," stated one. "We love you, J.T.," declared a large blue banner carried by a dozen attractive young women, all wearing Iverson's race car number stenciled on low-cut midriff tops. The naysayers in the crowd, mostly older folks who weren't as vocal or provocative as their youthful competition, held small individual printed placards reading simply, "Justice for Madeline." Drivers passing the area honked their horns loudly, adding to the circus atmosphere. The noisy event had all the earmarks of a political rally to some. To others, it was a real-life demonstration of the American justice system at work. It was the trial of the year for Phoenix, perhaps the trial of the decade. There was a high level of public sympathy for both figures in this classic human drama. There was sympathy for Madeline since she seemed, by all media accounts, to be one more female victim who made an unfortunate choice in husbands. Those who knew her said she was an extraordinary, elegant lady. She was active in several charitable projects and a pillar of Bay Area society. On the other hand, sports fans, particularly auto racing fans, could not bring themselves to relinquish their allegiance to the great athlete/race car driver they idolized in J.T. Many had followed his amazing career for years. They couldn't accept that their hero had committed such a heinous deed. They believed this was more likely a missing person case rather than a case of first-degree murder. As a playboy race car driver, J.T. may have married above his station, but he didn't deserve to face capital murder charges. Loyal Iverson fans, and even the general public, were shocked when presiding Judge Arnold Rothschild ruled at the very brief preliminary hearing that J.T. was to be held without bail in the Maricopa County Jail until this trial. Judge Rothschild declared J.T. to be a bona fide flight risk. Even the prosecution was pleasantly surprised by this positive development. They chalked it up to the judge's strong law and order beliefs, his personal dislike for the defendant, and the considerable evidence the prosecution claimed would prove Iverson's guilt. "Here he comes," yelled a veteran cameraman from KPHX, the local Fox affiliate. A shiny dark blue van pulled to the curb with a...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.